Hello everyone and welcome to story time. Yes, this is my first ever story time, but I just thought it's an experience I'd like to share with you. So I went on holiday to France and I decided to treat myself with getting my nails done. I've always bitten my nails like till they bled really bad, and when I got engaged that was like my, okay, people are going to be looking at my hands all the time, you need to stop biting them. So that's what I did, and they grew quite long. They were always very fragile though because they've had years of being bitten to nothing. So as I tried as hard as I could to get them beautiful and long, and I never could, but anyway, they've always been quite fragile. So when I started hairdressing, obviously they got quite a beating every day from washing hair and generally being a bit damp all day, you know, with colours and peroxide getting on them and bleach, you know, and obviously the occasional snip here and there. So anyway, I'd only ever had my nails done a couple of times, acrylics, extensions, and I just thought, why not have it done for my holiday? And yeah, so I got recommended a place in my hometown and I knew quite a few people that had gone there, always really liked their nails, so decided to go for it. And I went there and they were loads of them working there, and a lot of them seemed to be Filipino or Chinese. And they all wore these like surgical masks whilst they were working. Now, I've walked past plenty of nail places and that's what they do, you know, they wear something over their face to, you know, protect them from all those smells of chemicals and the nail varnish, which is a really strong smell, acetone. So I didn't think anything of it. Anyway, I just sat down, you know, I had to wait for an appointment. I waited about 5 or 10 minutes. I went with my sister, and she said, you go first. So I sat down and put my hands out and they were like, ugh, oh dear. So my beautiful nails that I'd grown quite long for me got chopped off straight away. That was quite traumatizing. And then the girl who was doing my nails said, how long do you want them? So she got a little extension and fitted it on, and I was like, a bit long, a bit short, a bit, you know. Anyway, we agreed on a length, and I personally thought they were a bit too long, but she didn't really talk to me very much. She was very much like not looking me in the eye, or anyway, she didn't like communicating very much. It was very much looking at my nails the whole time. So, and obviously I wasn't sure how good her English was. Anyway, so she files my nails, she's cut them, she's filed them, and then she gets out this little metal drill that kind of looks like something they'd use at a dentist, and puts it over my nails. And I'd seen this, again, walking past different shops, I'd seen it been done before. So she's going all over my nails and pushing my cuticles back. Then she got some little clippers and like cut my cuticles off, and I was like, oh, I didn't think you were supposed to do that. Okay. So she did that, and then whizzed over my nails. It was quite painful actually, but it kind of burned, and I don't know if that was like the vibrations of the drill or what, but anyway. So yeah, then she glued the tips on that were really long, you know, she sort of matched the right size to my nails, which she was really detailed with. Like, she was very particular with it. Everything fit lovely, and then she disappeared. I was like, oh, okay. And then another girl sat down who looked like a pole dancer slash stripper. She had like tiny little hot pants on. You could see all of her arse cheeks. She had like a little crop top, you know, thing on, very low cut, no bra, sort of. And she had amazing hair though. Like she was Chinese or Asian hair, but she'd somehow managed to get it. It was beautiful. It was like silver on the ends. It was good. Anyway, I was just like, oh, looking at her hair. So she was like, how long do you want them? And I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And she chopped these extensions on that had been glued on, which she had a little bit, the first girl had a little bit of trouble doing actually, because my nails are quite flat, they're not very curved, from biting over the years. So she did struggle, but anyway, she took some off and re-glued them back on because she thought the other girl's work wasn't good enough. Okay, that's fine. And then once she'd cut them and sort of shaped them, she put the acrylic on, you know, like the dust with the chemical that makes it into like, it was a really fascinating thing to watch actually. And then she painted them and we, you know, chose nice colours and it was quite pleasant after that. But anyway, it felt really tight on my nails and I wasn't sure if that was because I wasn't used to it. I don't usually wear false. I've worn them like little glue falsies over the years, but nothing too serious. And it felt quite tight. Anyway, I was absolutely over the moon with the results. Like, I think they were a bit too square, but I was quite intimidated by this second girl that was doing my nails. She was very much like, give me your hand, take hand, file hand, ugh, give me your next one. Like she was really, I ain't got time for this. So we left there and I was really pleased with my nails, like totally chuffed. You know, I was really happy with the colour and upon reflection, I was a little bit like, oh yeah, they are too long, but never mind. So, had my 2-week holiday, came back and was like, oh my god, how am I ever going to work with these nails? They're too long, they get in the way, like they're just going to get covered in hair dye. So I was like, right, okay, that's enough, I'll just take them off. So I decided the night before I was going back to work that I wanted to remove them. And so there was no way I was going to get to the salon to have them removed. So I looked on YouTube at loads of different tutorials of how to do it. On that WikiHow, I looked on there, loads of forums, like the best way to do it. And I followed all the instructions. I found all different versions and there seemed to be one that worked. So I filed off as much as I could, and then I had a big bottle of acetone and I had one of those special little cups that you can soak your hands in. So I was soaking my hand for about 30 minutes in a hot steamy bath, might I just add, you know, I had my hand out of the bath soaking. And then I got an orange stick and popped them off. Sorry, battery died. So I got a little orange stick and proceeded to flip off the nail extensions and acrylic that was on top, and it lifted off okay. It didn't like hurt. It kind of just felt weird and like quite resistant, but not to the point where I was like, oh my god, ouch, let's stop. And underneath was quite a horrific looking nail. Yeah, it had kind of like peeled up the tops of my nails, like completely almost shredded the tops of my nails. So this, if you're a bit freaked out, then don't look, but this is what they looked like. And the next photo isn't very clear, but I've sort of circled a piece of my nail that's like a flap of my nail. Yeah, so not great. Bit worried, didn't really know what to do. I had a look at the actual nails that had come off, and it was like little pieces of my nails still attached to the acrylic nail that had come off, and it looked like this. Not good, huh? So I was a bit panicked and didn't really know what to do, so I just filed all of my nails, try and get all the shreds off, and I was absolutely horrified at the state of my nails. I was like, oh my god, my nails are ruined, they're never going to be right ever again. And you know what? That was 2 weeks ago that I took these nails off, and my nails have not improved at all. There is like an obvious dint in my nails where they've drilled them, you know, taken the surface off, and it is bad. It is really bad. They have like a little bumpy ridge on them. They're absolutely disgusting, and they're really, really short because they just keep ripping. Like, it is so bad. Can you see? Like, there's a little dint there. They're absolutely appalling. Look how short that is. It just keeps breaking. Oh, that's, you can see quite clearly there. That dint. That is like my nail growth that's come back. Not good. So the moral of the story is, don't go and get your nails done at somewhere where they wear masks across their face, because they're obviously doing something they shouldn't be. You know, pieces of nail is flying up into the air and they're breathing it in, so they're protecting themselves. I did a little bit of research, and you're not supposed to ever put a drill on your nails. Like, if you ever see anywhere that people are doing it, just don't even consider going in there, because they will ruin your nails. You can see they're like they're so dry and crusty, and just, I mean, that is just the saddest little thing you've ever seen, right? So that was my story time. And my lesson learned is to don't go somewhere cheap, don't go anywhere where they're using masks, and certainly don't go anywhere where they're using drills, because they're just going to ruin your nails. Ugh, tragic. I'm slowly getting over it, don't worry. I'm sure I will be fine, but anyway, I'll let you, I'm sure I will update you in one of my vlogs. So thank you for watching, and I hope you've learnt something with me today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone!